Chapter 16. Rimuru, Seal, Shizu, and the children were all at the entrance. Rimuru, this is it guys, the dwelling of the spirits, are you guys prepared? Kenya, of course we're ready. Gale, yeah. Ryuta, let's do this. Alice, plus it's gonna take more than that to scare us. Chloe nodded. Rimuru, be sure to stay close to either me, Seal, or Shizu, and you'll all be fine, I promise. Seal, unlikely. I hear children with relatively long black hair exclusively never return alive. Chloe was very much concerned. Rimuru, you really have it in for Chloe, huh? Seal, no, it's your imagination. Rimuru put his hands on the door and it opened. They spent a while walking in a straight line, which caused concern for the children. Everyone was on edge when suddenly they heard giggles and chuckles that caused everyone to be on edge. Romulus, come on, that's not any fun. Isn't this scary? You all should be more afraid. The chuckles and giggles and various forms of laughter caused the children to feel more on edge. Rimuru, we come with no ill will. Romulus of the labyrinth, we just came to have a word with you is all. Romulus, oh, so you know me? That makes things more interesting. Rimuru, of course, how can I not know of one of the oldest of the 10 great demon lords, queen of the spirits and fairies, and one of the strongest beings of this world in your prime. Romulus laughed. Romulus, I like you, you seem to know well who you are dealing with, and how to treat me with respect, so I'll cut you a special deal. I will help you can pass my trial. They were all guided by a path to face a golem. Honestly, I forgot that golem was pink, had no idea, and was shocked when I saw it. Rimuru, I assume you want me to defeat this thing, am I right? Romulus, ding, 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 that's correct. Seal, shall I handle it, master? Rimuru, no need, I'll handle this myself, you two just look after the kids in case of anything. Seal, as you wish, master. Shizu, be careful. Rimuru, I'm flattered you seem to worry about me a lot. Rimuru said with a warm smile. Shizu blushed. Rimuru, but don't worry, it'll all be fine. As the kids got behind Shizu and Seal, though more preferably Shizu, Rimuru stepped forward to face the golem. Romulus, taking it on alone. Your confidence might be your downfall. Rimuru, believe it or not, I tend to be a relatively cautious person. The golem then struck Rimuru, but he blocked the punches with his finger. Romulus, what, you blocked it with just a finger? Rimuru smirked as he reached for his sword. Gale, whoa, that's incredible. Alice, I mean, I guess it's pretty cool, for a teacher. Romulus, impossible, no way, you diced it to pieces. Rimuru, it's not as good as the Blade of Tempest, but it gets the job done. Kenya, you're so cool, Sensei. Rimuru. Gale, for real, you're so strong. Alice, I mean, beating that was the least he could do. Ryuta, come on, it's not like you could do it. Everyone shared a laugh except Seal, of course, who was more focused on something else. Seal, my master has been quite generous of you, now show yourself. Seal summoned black flames. Seal, or else. Romulus panicked and appeared before them with a salute. Romulus, I'm here, so hold your stupid fire, this day has been humiliating enough. Shizu, is this really the Romulus of the labyrinth, one of the 10 great demon lords? Shizu said with an exasperated face. Seal, unfortunately, yes. Romulus, of course I'm a demon lord, what else would I be? Seal, a fool. Romulus, I'm not a fool. Gale, a nice jerk. Romulus, yes, exactly, I'm a nice jerk. Hey, putting nice in front of it doesn't make it less mean. Rimuru, come on, not every demon lord is like Milam in terms of strength. Romulus, exactly, the rest of us call Milam the demon lord of absurdity. She just skips around punching anyone who gets in her way, a beautiful delicate flower like me deserves no comparison to that overly violent pink-haired tornado. Everyone short of Rimuru looked extremely tired of hearing Romulus speak. Romulus, is it true that you really know Milam? Rimuru, yeah, I met her a couple of months ago, but I guess that's pretty recent in the lifespan of a demon lord. Romulus, hold on a second, could it be that you're the infamous boy of the forest that subjugated the entire forest of Jura? Rimuru, got that right, I'm honored you seem to know of me. Romulus, wow, that's incredible. Kenya, wait, Chloe, you're the boy of the forest. Rimuru, yeah, I changed my form so I could go undercover to save you kids, you may sing your praises. Rimuru said this as he transformed into the form that the world knew as the boy of the forest. Ryuta, holy cow, it's true. Alice, no way. Rimuru, surprise. Shizu, We left this out in detail, but as I was traveling through the forest of Jura with a party I met Rimuru. He stopped Ifrit from going on a rampage and saved my life, so now he's here to save all of yours. Rimuru. Sorry we didn't tell you guys. Kenya. Awesome. Alice. It's not that big of a deal. Ryuta. Didn't you say you thought the boy of the forest was pretty cute during one of our breaks? Alice. Shut up. Gale. You truly are a master of surprise, sir. Rimuru. I know, but I wanted to ask, how did you hear about me aside from the rumors? Romulus. Since you're her so-called big brother, you should know how Milam is right. She showed up for the first time in ages bragging about her. So strong and amazing big brother. I thought she was lying, but I guess I was wrong. Rimuru. Good. Milam spread the word as I asked, but she doesn't seem to know about the fact that I beat her in combat. That's great. As the kids were playing, naturally Romulus was complaining about her loss of her golem to Rimuru. Rimuru. I understand, it seems you worked hard on it. I can respect that, so how about this? If you help me get spirits to save the kids, I'll give you a new golem. Ramirez's eyes showed her interest. Romulus. Well, start talking. Rimuru. Oh, don't worry, that's just the start. Romulus. What could you possibly do that could top that? Rimuru gave a signal with his finger that told her to come closer so Romulus could hear his whisper. Rimuru. You have no reason to believe me, but once this is done you'll have my word that I will return you to grace. You'll be back in your prime state of power. Romulus. What? Why, you must be lying. A golem is one thing, but you couldn't possibly have the power to do that. Rimuru. We can make a contract if you wish. Romulus. No, for some reason I feel like I can believe you, but how do you plan to do that? Rimuru. I have someone who can help us all. Meanwhile, Azrael was eating and she suddenly sneezed. Shuna. Are you quite alright, Lady Azrael? Azrael. Oh, I'm fine. I just bet someone is talking about me, but forget that, keep it coming. Shuna. I got room for dessert. Shuna. Honestly, that's your 9th plate. You really come here too often. Azrael. It's not my fault. You make the best meals I've ever tasted. It's yours, and don't act like it's an unspoken deal between us that so long as you keep feeding me I put in a good word for you to master as a romantic partner. Shuna. Yes, I know. Your dessert should be ready soon. Meanwhile, Rimuru, Romulus, Seal, Shizu, and the children were all making their way to the dwelling of spirits, where each of the children prayed and gained spirits, though Romulus wasn't as excited about the way Seal absorbed the inferior spirits and converted and unified them into superior spirits, except for Kenya, who summons the superior light spirit. Finally, we reached Chloe's turn when Seal. Well, that seems to be every necessary life. Let's go home. Rimuru. Nice try, Seal. We still have Chloe left. Seal. I said every necessary life that needed saving, didn't I? Chloe had a sour expression as Rimuru and Shizu looked exasperated. Rimuru. Go ahead, Chloe, I'll handle it. Seal scoffed. Rimuru. Don't worry about Seal, you'll understand her one day. As Chloe and Rimuru stood in the center, Chloe confessed her feelings. Chloe. The thing is, well, teach. I love you. Rimuru patted her head. Rimuru. I know, but try your luck again once you're old enough to fully understand why Seal isn't fond of you. Though confused, Chloe did seem to have hope based on what he said. Rimuru. Are you ready? Chloe. Yes. Chloe began her prayer. Once she did, the entire area shook. Romulus. What's that? Rimuru. Don't worry, it's all fine. Rimuru assured Romulus, with a loud shockwave, a familiar presence to some and terrifying to others present formed before them. Without breaking eye contact with Rimuru, she raised her eyebrow as if a thought of question crossed her mind, but it seemed to shrug it off as it flew toward Rimuru. To her surprise, Rimuru kissed her deeply. Naturally, this did nothing to ease Ciel's feelings toward Chloe or Chronoa. Ciel, I'm gonna strangle that thing one day. When they broke, Rimuru whispered these words. Rimuru, thought I'd make the last time memorable by getting you back, Chronoa. Her eyes slightly widened as she also felt flustered. Chronoa. With an embarrassed face, Chronoa flew into Chloe. Romulus. What was that, and why did it seem like you knew that thing? Rimuru. Don't worry about it. Romulus. But. Rimuru. Say, how about we get you that golem? Romulus. Do you think you can just get me to change the subject with a bribe? Well, you can. Rimuru. Thank you, Romulus, you saved these children's lives today. Chloe. Yes, thank you. Kenya, Gale, Ryuta, Alice, thank you so very much. Shizu, we're all grateful. Romulus was flustered. Romulus, one thank you's more than enough, okay. After Rimuru made Romulus a golem under the name of Beretta, once they made their way back to the academy, they had a meeting with Yuki the next day. Yuki. I can't thank you all enough. Rimuru. No thanks necessary. Shizu. It was our honor. Seal. Yeah. Seal said in an annoyed tone. Yuki. Oh, she's finally speaking to me. Progress. Rimuru. I know, right? Seal. Master, please cease this. Shizu. I'm truly glad we were able to save the children. Now they can live full lives, and best of all, there's no need to go easy on their studies anymore. Everyone seemed on edge from Shizu's comments and more menacing aura. Rimuru. Alright, well, on that note, I was hoping we could bring the children back to Tempest with us once the term is over. Yuki. Really, what brought this on? Rimuru. Well, flashback. As Rimuru was with Shizu and Seal in the lunchroom to eat a meal as soon as they got back. Rimuru. I'm glad we were able to save the kids. Shizu. I thank you greatly for saving them again. Rimuru. It's no problem. Rimuru felt a soft hand on his lap. Shizu. Perhaps you deserve a reward, Tilda. Rimuru couldn't help but smirk at the thought a bit. Seal pouted as she also put a hand on his lap. Seal. Don't think you can simply leave me out. Rimuru. Of course not. Shizu. Wouldn't dream of it. Shizu and Seal got closer to Rimuru when suddenly Seal seemed on guard and frustrated. Seal. Someone's coming. The three of them got back into a casual placement soon after they heard a knock on the door. Rimuru. Come in. It was their students. They looked down. Rimuru. Is something wrong, kids? Alice. Well, you see. She looked at Gale, seemingly wanting him to speak for her. Gale. Well, we wanted to ask. Kenya. I'll just say it when the term is over. You guys are going back to Tempest, right? Rimuru. Yeah, what about that? Ryuta. Look, teach, we're asking you this as the leader of Jura. Can we make an unreasonable request? Rimuru. Absolutely not. Seal and Shizu simultaneously kicked Rimuru in his shins. Naturally, Seal turned off his pain nullification. Rimuru winced in pain. Shizu. You can ask us for anything. I'm sure Rimuru will be able to manage it. Seal. I didn't expect the boy of the forest, leader of the Jura Forest Empire, would back down so easily. Rimuru. They want something so crazy they need to ask me as a leader and not their teacher, so it's probably extremely unreasonable for me to. They once again kicked him in the shins simultaneously. Chloe. We wanted to ask if we could move into Tempest with you all. Rimuru. Oh, is that all? Well, that's not too unreasonable. Of course, after the term is over and you've finished this stage of your studies, we'll let you come with us. However, that's only assuming the Yuki gives us the okay. End of flashback. Rimuru naturally left out some details but summed up the gist of it. Yuki. I see, it would likely be safer for them to be with you all, and I'm sure I can trust you both with them, but I don't know. That reminds me, how did you save them? Rimuru. That's a trade secret and I know it doesn't make up for it, but here's a consolation prize. Rimuru manifested computers, consoles, manga, and anime of various kinds, everything an otaku could dream of. Yuki. This is amazing, thank you so much, Rimuru. Those children are in good hands, I know you'll treat them well. Shizu and Seal looked exasperated. Shizu. I really thought I trained him to be less susceptible to temptation. To be continued.